Hello, good people. Welcome back. Welcome back to Broken Windows. I'm your co-host Shadrack Manano.
Joel Oteam is my name.
And we're back.
Yeah, man.
Again with the man himself.
This guy has given us a lot of views. We had to bring him back.
They're just like, we need to come back. We're like, we shall bring him back.
My royalties.
You'll get them in future. Well, the one's getting you a wife, you want. Bikawa.
Your
wife is in our generation.
We're running what?
A pimp service.
No, like Avanonia, we'll put your name up. The kind of things you like, Tosaki also.
And these are supposed to be my friends, apparently.
We are.
These ones
We're looking out for you, man. We're looking out for you.
Mr. Oteam and Moana are supposed to be my friends. Like, these are the things they are doing to me, guys. You see the stuff I have to put up with for my younger brothers. But I'm glad to be here. My name is Omara Daniel, aka Omara D, the role model.
The role model. You're also known as a Dutch.
No.
But yeah.
He died.
He died.
Buried
The
the dude.
Our house girl cried, thought it was real.
Bambi. How old is she now?
I don't know, but I think that was
Why would you check your watch to determine
to
which
determine the
year?
yeah. Come on, I have a time set for me. Death time and birthday.
Guys used to the alarm on this
But
phone.
a lot of people have been asking us, man, now we need to hear his version of the story. Of
What
the
story?
events of UG comedy,
UG
of the
comedy,
hostel.
like,
Because that's what we go
like-
and watching. Guys are like, man, you guys, how did you come up with this idea? I think it was the first time we saw authentic representation
Of
TV.
Uganda. Yeah, like right now a lot of campus shows are out there.
But-
The campus and what, and you hear them speaking, hello, I can meet you at my hostel later on, and you're like, bruh.
Hostel.
Hostel.
Hey, the T is silent.
The T is silent.
Yeah, I'm a hostel.
I'm a hostel.
Oh my God.
And you're like, but that is not Ugandan touch. I think the hostel actually brought out what we know about campus. And in a field that some of us actually moved. You inspired some of us to do law because according to the hostel, you were a lawyer.
Yeah, the sketchiest lawyer ever alive.
Yeah.
But my character, okay, the actors had a lot to do with the content of the hostel. You get
Yeah,
the
yeah,
success of the
definitely,
hostel was
definitely.
best. I didn't say that they did a good job of keeping a 90-episode show running for 3 seasons.
for
That's a
3
lot of work by
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of
on the part of the management, but also for the actors. A lot of what we did with the characters was from our personal initiative.
There's an input from you.
Yes, so I looked at Odoch and I figured, yeah, he's a broke guy, former child soldier, shaggy hair, doesn't really care about the opinion of
The
society.
opinion of society,
And
yeah.
I never liked this guy. I never liked Odoch.
Yeah, and
You not like
He
him.
looked like a loser.
No, but he wasn't a loser, although he had accepted to chow any woman.
Yes, but we had to change that about him.
True.
What is the one thing you give a human being that most people would actually love them for?
Man, you tell me.
Charisma.
True.
You bring a certain charisma to the character where someone can look at them and they're likable even when they're not the
They're
good
not
guy.
the good guy. True.
Because Odoch, no one was going to smash Odoch. No one was
No
going to
one
bang
was going to
Odoch.
smash
Like with
Odoch.
that character in real life, no.
No one.
By the way,
smashes
yeah.
Odoch in
Those
real
are
life.
guys who wake up in the morning, have cassava with warrant.
Yeah, the
Hey,
guys who relate.
Hey, hard guy.
They eat portion with salt. You know?
Yes, and tomato sauce.
Exactly.
Because those guys who
You've done
dip
this.
chips in G-nuts.
You've done this, my
Yes,
guy.
sometimes. So I looked at the character and I figured, this is a lawyer. Let me just make him a highly intelligent being.
True.
We
because
pass
it was
him off as
actually
that. Because there's no way I was going to get away from the script they had written for
No,
me.
but that is literally a description about every northerner. You come to law school, you're either very brilliant or you have some money. That is actually what school
one
is
of
about.
the two.
One of the two. And what northerners have is the brilliance.
Aha.
You use that, so they focused on that bit to actually build your character.
So Odoch was built off that.
Yes.
Off that
Actually,
mentality.
in a way, your character is like the first Luo representation, aside from the Askari. You get
Oh yeah.
from that
It was,
Askari world that our society wants to be the
Yes.
only Luo you know is the
Is an
Askari.
Askari and what?
To be fair, I didn't even want to use the accent. But then I figured, okay, let's do this for the sake of the series.
Of the series,
And it
yeah.
got to a point where it had sunk so deep into my head. Every time I saw a camera, my accent switched automatically. Like we're here having a normal conversation. These guys are setting up the equipment. Then you hear sound rolling, camera rolling, and I'm talking properly. So
Like if
you guys, we have to
probably
hit the
your
club
sex
after
tape with
this.
your woman, you're like,
Uh-huh.
hey, chill,
Immediately, chill then. The accent
The accent switches.
immediately.
It's tweet.
Like 1 minute, yes, it's
This is
tweet. tweet. The action tweet immediately.
He tweet immediately.
You're having a normal conversation, like, so we hit the club after this, you guys are going to hang out, what's the director is like, action now, I was saying, we're going to be as if in this place here at the other time of day, to the other one. And as soon as they say cut, yo, I need to get to the club, you guys, we need to go and blast. Like, you just...
You're moving into the character seamlessly.
You're zoning in and out of character, because we were shooting 6 days a week, 12 hours a day.
That's a proper
average.
stage.
Yeah.
Were you guys being paid well? Non-disclosure agreements.
That's where the problem came in.
That's why they killed you. I knew the story was true.
It was that simple.
Omri's
That
wanted
was basically
money, wanted to get paid.
Of
But
course
you were
you
like,
want money. No,
you were the
but
phone,
no.
you were, this was the picture, the image of that fall, the hostel.
That is not why I wanted more money.
Why did you want
I wanted more money because I felt like there had to be more growth in my life. Everything else was growing. You get? I had moved out of my parents' house.
You were no longer an adolescent.
Yeah, I'm no longer an adolescent. My pubic hair is growing. Like, there's all these things and changes going on. I have to now manage a household on my own with my own money.
True.
And stuff. And inflation has gone up. Prices of things are increasing. This is 2012. Like, that's the time when stuff was a bit wild. Okay, the US was recovering from there. What was it called? Credit crunch. That stuff just sounds like a really nice biscuit brand.
Yeah, I know, man.
Credit crunch. Bite it and go broke. So I look at all this stuff and I was just trying to cater to myself, of as in, yo, things have changed. I need to adapt. I need to switch it up. I need to pay rent now. I need to eat at least 3 meals a day. I had a certain standard I wanted to have consistently in my life. And they were not giving us contracts. That's where the issue came in. For season 3, they were deliberately delaying the contract process because they knew giving contracts meant increasing
the money,
the payment.
Yeah.
So they were avoiding that. So I got frustrated and told them, if you don't give me a contract in 2 weeks' time, I'm out because I have no legal obligation to be here. They forgot I was playing a lawyer, but I was also researching with my lawyer friends for the clarity of the character. Shout out to Owen Michael. Well done.
Owen, well done.
Amazing lawyer.
Yeah.
So we had that confrontation of 2 weeks later I stopped going to work because I'm like, no one is even talking about the issue.
Yeah,
we are 20 something episodes into the season and no one is talking about it. So I'm like, okay.
And 2012 there were limited WhatsApp groups.
Yeah, there were no WhatsApp groups.
Exactly.
Thank God.
I know.
Yeah, also no. But generally life was different back then.
Yeah.
So we ended up having a confrontation on the issue. They called me to go back to work. I said I'm not stepping there until I see a contract. Instead of offering a contract, they called a meeting.
Yeah.
But
which personally I didn't take too kindly to. I didn't insult anyone. I went for the meeting, but I didn't like the fact that someone is telling me you've cost us a lot of money. And I'm also thinking, well, I'm glad that's mutual now. But yeah, because the reality is I just wanted to get paid. I just wanted to get paid for what I was doing. Not that I wanted to sink the hostel. No, my intention was just to survive. But the vibe a lot of people gave me after that was, oh, you did it deliberately to destroy it. I didn't.
No, but it also speaks to something. If one character is killed and then the thing collapses, but that means that one, I want to give credit to the initial writers. They did a good job. But now the progress of the show, the progress it has had has sort of defined who the centerpieces are and the storyline. Yes. So once you remove that, it's going to crash.
Because everyone who was in the hostel actually became a very, very good actor or actress. Some have gone through
it was a good squad.
Yeah, very good squad. Some transitioned either into music, stripping, then back again to dancing.
On the boutique.
We're talking about the same person.
Leave me alone. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes. I'm trying to tell you.
But then also, why, if the hostel could work, why have we struggled getting authentic representation?
Exactly. I know.
In TV series, for example.
In TV series.
Yeah.
Why do we have to feel that we have to go and borrow something like Humour and try to localize it?
That was second chance.
Casting Stella Nantume, the most beautiful woman ever, but you're making her play a mediocre role. Have you seen Stella Nantume?
Yeah, I've seen her.
Have you heard the woman speak?
Omara has looked at me like he demands me.
I'm listening. I'm trying to see where this is going.
Yeah, but anyway, she is beautiful.
The woman makes me helpless, man.
Oh, Bambi, Moana.
Moana.
Anyway, why did the content go that like why did we struggle like that? And also even you at the birth of the hostel, you also at the birth of UG comedy in that second transition after Pablo. Then we have some success, but then things become stagnant for a while.
I think
like milky waters or something.
There are waves. Should I say bursts of inspiration? I don't know what the 80s were like. I wasn't old enough to remember. I'm an 87 baby, so for me that's out of my league. But I noticed ever since the 90s there've been surges in creativity. Like you just have at the beginning of every decade. I know you had decade. At the beginning of every decade, I could see the smile. Indeed. At the beginning of every decade, there's like a surge. In the early 90s, we had the Ebonies with That's Life Mwatu and Bivao.
And also that
and
was
at
the
some
time
point,
of Makutano Junction.
Chitobero Junction. No, Makutano Junction was actually
early
to mid 2000s. I think.
Yeah, that's the time Luswata came to Uganda.
Luswata has always been Uganda.
But he's not.
What do you mean he's not?
He's not Ugandan.
Swat is not Uganda?
Yeah, he's not.
Interesting.
But continue.
Okay, I would like to have this discussion
we will
later
have
on.
this discussion.
Yeah, so we had the Ebonies in the early 90s, Life Mwatu, Vivao, at some point Chitobero, Arakat. If you don't remember that show, then you're too young. Then in the 2000s, we had Hand in Hand, we had Center 4.
We had Center 4 was the Makutano Junction. No, Center 4 was the one with the doctors with the Kapiti.
Yes.
Doctor.
I knew he had to go there.
What's she called Nantumbwe?
Hey, you have a personal interest in Nantumbwe.
Let me first ask, how do you even be romantic with a person who has that name? Oh, Nantumbwe.
I think the short form of Nantumbwe is Tumzi.
Give it to me, Nantumbwe. Oh, Toombs. Toombs Raider.
You're just giving me fodder for my OnlyFans.
Well done.
So, I don't know if you think you're making fun of me. I want to use this material. Well played. Well played.
Like a vuvuzela.
But I want you to know that that whole generation, you guys actually had Ugandan content. No lie. But from 2008 until now, like I don't know.
Hostel was 2010, 2011.
Then let's say.
So that's when we had Hostel, and then I think Deception came in shortly after that. Like you notice at the beginning of every decade.
No, but Deception was a brilliant show.
Deception was good, exactly.
Very good, yeah, true.
Like there's always something that inspires, that triggers the next wave of good content. So I think that's what everyone is waiting for now.
But then after
but which show? Broken Windows.
On YouTube, yes.
Hey.
But Ugandan TV is also still there on its own plot.
No, Ugandan TV has one problem. They keep going for like names. I do not want to I'm going to point fingers. There are some people who you see on TV.
The close-up is there.
The close-up is this.
Get angry.
There are some people you see on TV and you're like, bruh, if you were not brown, why are you there? You get like, man, what is going on? The guy is speaking nothing. Nothing.
What's wrong with this man? The demons have attacked you.
No, I'm embarrassed by our TV. But when you watch a thing like Mizigo Express, bruh,
Mizigo Express is a classic.
It's a classic.
Look, guys, there is a lot of content out there. There's a lot of good Ugandan content. But we also have to start training people to appreciate it. Because I feel, Ugandans are the most savage audience. I'm going to say this, and you can argue if you want, but I'm speaking from my personal experience as an entertainer. In comedy, when we started, you guys are copying Chris Rock and Pablo. Okay, we got better. Okay, now we are tired of these comedians. We want new ones. A new generation came in. These guys are not as good as the old ones. Like, there's always a complaint.
True, there's always a complaint.
At some point. It's not to say people don't have a right to complain, but at some point, if you're looking for mistakes, it's all you'll ever see.
True.
And that is the eye through which Ugandans view their content.
They are looking
for errors. They are looking... What?
Yeah, if you keep testing for AIDS, someday you'll find it.
I thought you were
no, I'm not looking for it.
I thought you were actively seeking out AIDS. Like, who wants this? Give me someone that sit down.
Unless we're talking about USA.
They only give condoms, by the way.
What?
Bambi. So yeah, we need to change the scope and how we view things, how we view our own content. Because there's this very lazy perception amongst Ugandans that Ugandans can't produce quality content. Now, to be fair, with your Hostel wasn't the best looking show on TV.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
It wasn't even the best script. But it was a case of good casting, a diligent crew and cast, and great delivery. That was it. It was a very entertaining show.
But it
was very entertaining.
You guys
show,
executed
but I can mentally recall the characters because the characters were portraying certain people.
It was
that
character driven.
True.
Yeah.
They're relatable, and every character was almost independent in the story.
Yeah.
They had their independent story. From this bubbly girl to Helen to you to Twine to Anita. It's like there's so many
Sister
characters.
Hope.
You get
Sister
so many
Hope,
people.
who later on got a husband in the show.
Good things happen.
For you,
Sister
let Hellen
Hope.
Lukoma live.
Exactly,
And yet you
Sister
ate her
Hope.
lips.
Bro. Koma is too light skinned for me.
True.
Yeah.
But I thought
No,
that
not
is
about
That
that
just
life.
happened. Live.
Yes,
Live
it happened.
only on broken
Koma is too
windows.
light skinned for me. I won't even lie. It's nothing else.
Yeah.
She's a nice girl. Amazing woman. Her husband is one lucky bastard.
Very
But
lucky.
yeah.
But yeah, so like, but we have not had shows like that. People have played with, I think, concepts, but execution.
Execution is the hard part. Especially with the formula we are using nowadays.
Yeah.
We have this 90 episodes, 90 to 100 episodes per season formula.
But those are too many episodes.
You see how crazy that
Yeah,
is.
but then
And
how
I feel
short
like
is it? Because man, the
it's-
Hostel also had very, very short episodes, like 14 minutes.
Those Hostel episodes were about 20 minutes. But you know, the more you want from something,
I think I over-enjoyed
even
that,
if they
yeah.
give you just a bit of it. Yeah, it's like if you walk into a bedroom expecting Zari, even if they gave you Winnie Nwaji, you're like, nah,
You're like,
bruh,
it's
nah.
But
No, it's about the point I'm trying to make is about expectation. When you don't get what you
there's
want,
no
What you
man
want.
who says Winnie Nwaji and does not expect Winnie Nwaji, except Navio. Okay.
Navio got props for being loyal.
Wait.
Navio was just like, what's
What's
happening?
going on? What's
Well,
going
well
on?
done, Navio.
Hey, well done. I think it was like, are you Kawa, madam? Do you want safe border? Have you ordered?
I order for you.
I order for you.
Yeah, but wait,
I can call you a right. Rejection is hard to swallow. Even harder than most things chicks can swallow.
I know, but
So it's the
okay.
trick with it.
Hey!
The formula.
You're there.
That's
You're
it,
there.
man.
Yes, come.
That's
It's
it.
okay.
The formula is part of the problem because now you have to dish out 100 episodes per season.
yeah,
Because every advertiser wants to appear as frequently on TV as
as
possible.
possible.
So for them, one episode a week or airing repeats is not good enough. Because from what I recall, Hostel didn't even have repeats.
It didn't.
You didn't.
It didn't. So if you missed an episode, you either get the narration from a friend.
Friend or house girl.
Oh yeah, especially the house girls. House girls, thank you for supporting. If you're
Yeah.
watching YouTube, which I don't know, but yeah, house girls, thank you for supporting.
for
House girls and
coming.
campusers at the time. Yo, guys who are in university made that show happen.
Okay,
They
we
used-
watched
a
that
lot
show.
of you missed out on the hostel experience because your parents watched the hostel and thought, I am not
I
sending,
am not
my,
sending
kid
my kid
to
there
the
become
hostel
like Omara.
to become like this lumpen.
Yeah, true.
I know, but it had the fact that it had social impact. Like I
Yeah.
said before, it wasn't the best content we could produce as
No.
Uganda, but it was so entertaining. And the difference is Kenyans watched it from a completely neutral perspective. Of,
True.
let's just enjoy
Let's
this.
just enjoy this. Yeah,
You
yeah.
get-
no.
let's just have fun with it. If we start looking at Ugandan content from that perspective, while giving honest criticism, not because in Uganda we do a lot of bashing.
We do a lot of bashing.
Someone says, this show premiered last night, like when Beneath the Lies premiered, 2014.
Yeah, 2014.
Someone had a negative review of episode 1. I didn't like episode 1. I didn't feel it was good. Then there were like about 100 comments of even me now, I'm not going to watch it. Even me, I can't waste my time. And I'm like, okay,
But
why are you
But
building?
we have so many pseudo intellectuals sort of run the conversation.
Yes, and we also have a whole bunch of people who are just dying to sound negative.
Not because it is intelligent to sound negative.
It's
If you pick out
intelligent,
criticism,
Yes,
you sound intelligent.
and criticism
You're
is
basically a Timothy Kalaijide.
well, yeah,
Yeah, true.
but
That guy.
Always.
Remember when this movie premiered, Queen of Katwe. This is a great movie. It is representing a beautiful story.
Story, I know.
A very like original story
you
of
say
struggle
it
in
was a
Uganda.
low budget
And then you have all this criticism. Fine, it was not well delivered. The acting was a bit uncomfortable, if I can
the
say.
names of the actors were problematic. Chiwetel Ejiofor.
I know.
Yeah, but still, they were trying to do something.
Yeah,
and if you're
they
trying to
did.
do something, you should always sort of own the effort.
Yes, but here's where Timothy was coming from. For a Disney production.
No,
Yeah.
but no, listen. But they made a solemn commitment to use Ugandan actors.
Yes.
So like, if you cannot get actors better than these ones,
What? How?
like we don't have actors better than those
But
ones. You want to assume?
No. Don't say that. We do not have actors out there better than the ones we use.
But these are the ones we saw. You cannot tell us. You cannot be on that jazz of by the way, I have good sex back there. Side. No, we want to see here.
We want to see.
You cannot use good sex to get a bank loan. In the words of Ronaldo. Relax.
Hey,
That's not what you're going to go and drop guys.
Hey,
But generally, the industry is growing gradually, and I feel like we need to be more optimistic about our content.
Exactly.
Because I have watched these Latino soaps, and there's a few basic rules you can tell. The two best looking people you see at the beginning who don't know each other yet are most likely going to be the ones ending up falling in love at the end of the series.
And probably the ugly friend dies.
Usually.
Clearly, like the shooter.
Yeah. The men are going to cry over irrelevant stuff. Like, oh, Maria, I came home, I found no sugar in the bowl.
Don Pedro,
you finished the sugar.
You came too
Maria,
fast.
Cordoba, Escalante.
You guys, you've also watched. You've done too many hours on this show.
That's the thing. The first soap I watched was called Wild Rose in '94.
Mine was Tormenta Don El Paraíso. Storm over Paradise. Tormenta and El Paraíso. It was on Star TV.
The fact that you know the pronunciation of the
Wait,
entire
I even
title,
remember the songs, you man.
do not sing.
I'm not going
I
to
swear,
sing.
do not sing. But you get the point. You see how attached we are to these Latino soaps.
True.
And the stories are never really that complex.
Yeah, I know.
No,
It's a basic idea.
No, but you see, from what I hate about the shows is how only in soaps can a man get away by having two women pregnant at the same time.
No, in a soap,
Have you
a woman likes two men. A woman likes two men.
And she's not slutty.
They are both good looking. Both the men are good looking.
But that woman
both of
is
them
not
are
considered
talented.
a slut.
The only difference is one of them is a bum because he's extremely rich, and the other is a nice guy because he's broke. That's normally the pattern. And,
But that is the truth of life.
But
that's the truth of life.
no, they are not always both good looking.
Yeah.
Usually on one end you have Sekandi versus Roger Mugisha.
Hey,
You
man
don't
and
have-
me. Depending how this thing goes.
And that's a compliment for him. So it's that kind of scenario.
Yeah.
And if we can watch soaps and tell where they are going,
True.
they're predictable. But we're enjoying content because it's foreign. What if we took the same energy we're putting into these soaps and invested it in our Ugandan productions? You get the thing is the production quality has to.
It has to. I know,
Let's be honest. That's one thing I'm not going to deny.
Omara and
Production
Shadrack,
quality has to improve.
as we
But in the
finish.
meantime, let's start by supporting. And the only
Yeah.
people who are
Please
supporting
subscribe.
right now is subscribe.
It's
The only people who are supporting right now are the chaps downtown. That's why Bukede is doing so well.
True, man.
Exactly.
Look at it.
Because the
Stop.
people downtown are not
Then
judging.
NBS, they're
They're
not
like,
judging, they're just
I
enjoying
can
what
relate
happens
to
in
this
Uganda.
story.
Yeah.
I like it. Let me watch it.
Let me watch it. And I was
And it's
saying,
a start.
as we finish this, I needed also to talk about you and stand-up comedy. Do you find it hard because one, the audience in Kampala is Luganda speaking. You are as I say, Dave Chappelle. You have intellectual touch in comedy. Nowadays, the people who go to comedy store. Intellectuals hardly go to comedy store. Let me assure you.
No, but
not
you
even
said-
to attack comedy store, but I'm saying like to go and watch comedy and what intellectuals now have resorted to actually watching on YouTube and seeing.
Let me put it this way.
When you say intellectuals, I think over.
Okay, not intellectuals. These
listen,
so-called educated people.
I don't think. I feel like the problem is not really the language.
Yes.
The problem is the art form. If there is no setup, if there are no segues, there is no theme. There is no premise to that joke. There is no punchline. That is not stand up.
The
That is just you
actual
abusing people.
Yes.
That is
Exactly.
sit-down comedy.
A language is beautiful. Luganda, for example, is one of the most beautiful languages I've encountered. I'm a northerner, but even I respect the beauty of Luganda. Of course, I don't appreciate their confusion with the word Mabanja of I owe you and you owe me.
You owe me.
It's very confusing in English. Luganda.
I wish you've
But-
learned from experience.
Yeah. Someone
It's
says
the
I
money
owe
or
you,
the
and you're
money.
like, really? I don't remember lending you money. It's like, no, you're the one who has my money. I'm like, so you're supposed to say you owe me.
You owe me.
But you get, it's confusing for them. So, but look, Luganda is an amazing language, and I feel like for comedy in particular, it has been abused. It's the abuse of the language, which takes an effect on the art form itself. You get, because Luganda in itself is an amazing language. I speak Lao properly. When I go up country, I'm going to do a few jokes in Lao, but they still have to be funny. They still have to be interesting. The problem is a lot of Central Ugandan comedians, not just Luganda-speaking comedians, a lot of Central Ugandan comedians, actually a lot of comedians see profanity as a shortcut. It's a shortcut to fame. It will get you props, but then you'll drop as fast as you came out. And that's what people don't understand. The language is not the problem. Luganda comedy. I know some very corporate Luganda comedians. To be fair, Madrat and Chico are not exactly profane.
Exactly.
They are not.
Exactly.
The talkers.
Those are my favorite Luganda comedians.
But you get talkers. They have this corporate style of comedy. Like there's lots of Luganda speaking comedians.
Exactly. But so as long as you're respecting the art form, you're putting in
yes.
energy to the art form and not just getting on stage.
Yes. And also I need something from Ugandans. Ugandans need to start dealing with the person, not taking issues out on a whole community.
True.
We will have like 1 or 2 or 3 vulgar comedians on stage, and people are like, oh, the comedy industry, you guys are so vulgar. Someone comes attacking me who does English. So when someone comes at you like, why are you guys so vulgar? I'm like, when was I vulgar? Someone's like, auntie, you see, so and so. I'm like, go talk to
go. I know.
Just your way like chickens. You go talk to them.
And man, it's also hard. How do you be sarcastic in Uganda?
It is
possible.
It's possible.
It's a very rich language.
Okay,
for us, we designed our language around sarcasm.
True, around sarcasm.
Northerners
yes.
just built their language around sarcasm. It's like it's part of the process of designing the language.
Yeah.
Whoever sat down and wrote the Luo dictionary was like, I'm going to be a troll. I'm
going to just fall in for this gist.
But yeah, I just want guys to respect the art, and Ugandans don't give up on us.
Yeah,
it's an amazing industry. If you don't like a certain type of comedian, I would rather you avoid them other than insisting you can change them.
True.
Go for your market. Go for your type. Because I'm not trying to go for, let's say, for example, MC Mariachi's audience. He's not trying to come for mine. I don't see why my people would be trying to run to a guy they don't understand.
And then
vice
insulting him.
And then insulting him. No, he has his people. He has his audience.
There are actually those who like that vulgar comedy.
There are people who love it. The analogy I always give is, why are there so many Rolex stands in Uganda?
True.
Because people love Rolex. That's the issue. So if why are there so many vulgar comedians in the industry? There's a high demand for it. It's the audience actually dictating the supply.
It's always the audience.
Yes. But they're the same people whining. So if it's not your kind of comedian or your kind of comedy,
look for yours.
Look for yours. You will find it somewhere.
People out there, we need you to know that comedians are working, man. Most are working on something nice. Exactly. Especially our G. Omara has, I won't leak, but he has very good plans for us probably next year. Not marriage though.
Too soon.
So yeah, if I know where you live, you come for my shoes. Exactly where you live. Coming for your shoes.
But what I'm trying to say is, man, people need to appreciate effort. If you cannot appreciate this, go and look for what you like, man. No one has forced you there. You get like, man, when you enter a certain place, I can enter a bar and I'm like, this is not for me, and I walk away. If I do not like being there, don't blame me for, don't blame me that I don't like coming where there are a lot of youngins. Because they will see Omara and they're like, first crack for us some jokes. Bruh, I am here to chill, man.
I'm not cracking jokes for people with milk teeth.
Hey, they might break them after laughing.
Teeth might fall out.
Teeth will just drop.
Like, oh, you punched a kid. I'm like, no, it was wiggling all this.
But how have you stayed out of the sex tape scandals?
By the way,
simple.
You pay them?
No. I love my privacy.
Yeah.
I love my privacy.
So no mirrors.
No mirrors, no cameras.
No windows.
You leave your phone at the doorway.
No windows.
Because Daniel Omara,
like if you need internet,
had
use my laptop.
About like, hey, was relating with so and so, broke someone's heart. Hey, red paper has not written anything about you.
Yes, because my ambition from the beginning was always to be a brand that parents are not afraid to let into their house to talk to their kids. Like your parents can comfortably invite you.
That is why you MC weddings.
Yeah. That's my best outlook on marriage so far.
Yeah.
And it's one of those situations where you choose from the beginning the brand you want to be. Depending on which side you go, it will cost you either way.
It will cost you.
But it all depends on what it costs you and whether it benefits you more.
True. All right, everyone. I think you've heard. If you like watching anything, porn, comedy, Ugandan comedy mostly, man. You need to get yourself what you like. Don't force yourself on NTV, NBS if you don't like Samson Kasumba. Come and watch Wicked. Or come and watch Broken Windows. So we will close with that. Thank you so much, Banange. Subscribe.
Subscribe. Peace.
Peace.